A gallop down memory lane. When Port Meadow was Oxford's Ascot, forget Royal Ascot for a couple of centuries, Oxford had its own answer to a grand day at the races, right on the ancient turf of Port Meadow. This isn't just any old field. It's a place where, for thousands of years, the biggest thrill was watching a cow chew cud. But come the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries, things got a whole lot more exciting, with thundering hooves, cheering crowds, and perhaps a few too many pints of ale. Imagine the scene. It's a bright, sunny day. Thousands of Oxford's finest, and a fair few rogues, no doubt, are streaming onto Port Meadow. There's no grandstand, no fancy VIP enclosure, just acres of ancient grass and the promise of a thrilling spectacle. Ladies in their finest bonnets, gentlemen in their breeches, and the common folk all rubbing shoulders, eagerly awaiting the start of the next heat. The racecourse itself wasn't some manicured oval. It was a rough and ready pear-shaped circuit stretching for a good 2.5 miles across the meadow and a neighbouring Wolvercote Common. And let's not forget the washes, those watery ditches that crisscross the land. Did they deter the intrepid organisers? Not a bit of it. They simply plonked down low stone bridges which, remarkably, you can still spot today. These aren't just quaint old stones, they're the last remnants of a time when the biggest challenge wasn't just winning, but not getting your horse's hooves wet. The turf, as one enthusiastic visitor declared, was soft and elastic as a piece of carpet. Perfect for a good gallop, and a good gallop they had. Races weren't just a quick sprint, they were often best of 3 heats. Meaning a single race could be a grueling 5 miles or more. Talk about stamina, for both horses and spectators. But Port Meadow races were more than just horses. This was a full-blown festival. Temporary booths sprang up, slinging ale and victuals to the hungry and thirsty masses. And for those who preferred a different kind of thrill, there were smoke races or smock races. Imagine the spectacle. Women dashing across the field in their petticoats and men in their breeches, sans shirts. All vying for a prize. Definitely not something you'd see at Cheltenham today. Even the arrival of the railway in 1844 couldn't dampen the spirits. Special excursion trains would ferry eager punters from London, all ready for a cracking day out on the ancient common. Alas, all good things must come to an end. By the late 1880s, after over 2 centuries of thrilling races, the thundering hooves fell silent. A combination of severe floods, the loss of generous sponsors, and a good old-fashioned squabble with the Wolvercote commoners eventually led to the curtain falling on this unique chapter of Port Meadow's history. So, the next time you're strolling across Port Meadow, perhaps spotting a hardy cow or a wild horse, take a moment to imagine the lively scene that once unfolded there. Close your eyes, and you might just hear the faint echo of cheers, the thud of hooves, and the distant shouts of a smoke race commentator. It's a reminder that even the most serene landscapes have a surprisingly spirited past.